Do you know about Association of Indian Management Schools? It's a 34-year-old networking body of B schools in India, having a membership of about 600 top management institutions. AIMS focuses on professionalization of management education, protects interests of B schools, represents management institutions at national and international forums, financially supports members in academic events, funds research projects on management, disseminates management-related knowledge through its annual Management Education Convention, conferences, seminars, roundtables and workshops, organizes free weekly webinars on knowledge sharing and inspiring young leaders sessions for management faculty and students, supports B schools in admissions through Atma, AIMS test for management admissions. Visit https://atmaims.com for more details. Publishes a biannual AIMS Journal of Management. Visit https://aimsjournal.com for more details. Circulates a quarterly e-newsletter on AIMS activities. Conducts workshops on case writing. Encourages AIMS members to be part of decision-making processes as members of chapter management committees and the executive board. Encourages students' participation in free weekly quiz competitions by providing support to interested institutions. Facilitates networking and interaction among B schools. Why would you like to remain a non-member of AIMS? Pay a very low one-time membership fee and enjoy many lifetime benefits. Visit https://aims.org.in for more details.
I welcome all of you for this knowledge sharing session organized by Association of Indian Management Schools. It's my privilege to be a moderator for this evening. I am Dr. T Raja Reddy, Dean of Startup, Innovation and Entrepreneurship Cell at Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering and Technology, Chittoor, Andhra Pradesh. Additionally, my areas of interest are ethics and education. Before I start talking about the session and the speaker, I would like to speak few words about AIMS. Association of Indian Management Schools, with a rich legacy spanning 35 years, stands as a distinguished network of B schools dedicated to advancing professional development in management education while safeguarding the collective interests of the institutions nationwide. Operating as a non-profit, AIMS boasts of an influential membership, including prestigious institutions such as IIMs, ISB, ASCII, Xavier institutions, NMIMS, ICFI, MDI, SB Jain, etc. As the official representative of Indian management schools, AIMS holds a prominent position globally, serving as one of the largest networking bodies of B schools. AIMS actively engages in policy advocacy, representing business schools in various government bodies related to management education, addressing regulatory issues, and safeguarding institutional interests. The association conducts a series of programs, including faculty development programs, industry institution interface events, and national and international conferences, contributing significantly to the elevation of quality of management education in India. Renowned for organizing its AIMS test for management admissions, Atma, recognized nationally, AIMS also hosts an annual management education convention recognizing excellence in various categories and publishes journal and e-newsletter to disseminate crucial information to its members. With global affiliations, AIMS actively fosters international collaborations, including inviting global academic experts to contribute insights to the continuous enhancement of management education in India. AIMS stands as a pivotal force in the management landscape, perpetually dedicated to quality improvement, faculty development, and holistic advancement of the sector. Okay. Now, about today's program. Our session today on holistic and multidisciplinary education is not merely a discussion, but a journey into the very essence of learning that reaches beyond the confines of traditional boundaries. Guided by our distinguished speaker, Professor L Sai Kumar, this discourse will unravel the historical tapestry of multidisciplinary learning in India, drawing inspiration from the profound insights of greatest thinkers of all time. In the spirit of holistic education, we aim to explore a paradigm shift in our approach to learning, Professor Sai Kumar's wisdom will be our compass, navigating through the evolution from information to knowledge and ultimately to wisdom. It's a call to action urging us to reconsider the very foundations of education and embrace holistic methodologies that nurture not only academic excellence, but also essential traits such as character, critical thinking, and innovation. I am excited to be a part of this transformative session that seeks to redefine how we perceive and deliver education in 21st century. Let us collectively embark on this intellectual journey, fostering an environment that produces well-rounded individuals equipped to meet the challenges of our dynamic world. Welcome to a session that goes beyond the ordinary, inviting us to rethink, reimagine, and revolutionize education for a brighter future. Let me take this opportunity to introduce our today's guest. Professor Sai Kumar, a septuagenarian, resigned from his job in December 2014 to pursue his personal mission centered around the advancement of younger generation. Driven by unwavering commitment to society, he embarked on a journey to inspire and impact students and faculty, igniting their minds and involving them in a career-building endeavors. Over the past 8 years and 11 months, he has delivered 1,128 lectures, conducted 192 FDPs and 196 SSDPs along various colleges and universities, contributing selflessly to the cause of education. A forward-thinking educationist, Professor Sai Kumar has incorporated contemporary teaching methods, leaving indelible mark on education. Recognized for his impactful teaching, he received accolades such as the International Man of the Year for IT Education, the Patron Award from CSI, and the title of the Fellow of CSI. Additionally, he was honored with awards like Inspiring Teacher Award, Seva Ratna Award, Engineering Seva Ratna Award. With memberships in several professional bodies, Professor Sai Kumar has been a visiting professor for various universities and conducted over 300 training programs for corporate sectors on topics related to IT management and soft skills. He has served on recruitment boards, technical committees, and designed information systems for diverse public and private sector organizations. In his extensive career spanning 4 decades, he has served as Dean Academics for 3 years at Institute of Public Enterprise, PG Program Director for 7 years, and Professor of Computer Science, leaving an enduring legacy of contribution to education and technology. Okay. Before I hand over this session to Professor Sai Kumar, sir, I would like to make few announcements for the audience. During these sessions, the participants cannot unmute themselves. They may use Zoom chat box for questions, which will be answered during Q&A session. Feedback attendance link will be shared in question and answer session and is available only for 15 minutes. Certificates will be issued to only those who submit the feedback form. We will take up the questions in the last 20 minutes. Over to you, Professor Sai Kumar.
Thank you, Professor, for the nice introduction. A very good afternoon to one and all the participants who are participating in spite of their busy schedule. They came here. Well, the topic given to me is holistic and multidisciplinary education. There's a fundamental drawback in the education system. Go back to the primary classes. Our teachers are taught A for apple, B for bat, and so on. Instead of that, why didn't they ask, tell me one word starting the letter A in a class of 30 children, at least 4 different words would have come up. Unfortunately, classroom has become one-way communication. It has to be bidirectional flow of communication is required. That's one part of it. The second part, India has a long history, long tradition of holistic and multidisciplinary education, right from the days of Takshashila and Nalanda. And consisting of subjects, various subjects across various fields, what we have been talking about there. Multidisciplinary and holistic learning is an ancient method and which is talked about Indian education system as well as the other parts of the world which we talk about it. This is the reason that such type of education system was advanced by scholars like Kautilya, Plato, Aristotle, and many others. To one can look at the kind of evidences what we had in the history of Indian history, such as education system in ancient literature is more of practice based. We had an excellent Gurukul system we had, where students were coming there for the time period. What is the time period they were there with them? It's not only subjects they are learning it, arts, culture, soft skills, everything was integrated into it. That is the kind of systems what we had in the ancient Indian education system. One can trace evidence of child education in the ancient literature and practice what we cite. It is seen in the Indian Gurukul system where we had students to learn science, mathematics, geometry, along with vocational skills. Underline this word, vocational skills, professional skills, soft skills, ethics, morality, human values, and so on. So many fields were we combining it. That's what the tradition we had. Over the years, different rulers had commented. Finally, the Britishers came in. They introduced these modern systems. I recall when we were children, we had a subject called moral science. Today, unfortunately, people talk about only money science. Morals, values, and ethics are very, very important. And we need to conduct, especially in professional courses, we are conducting additionally soft skills training programs, which is not there in the past. It was integrated into the entire curriculum we had. That's where the deviation has happened. Multidisciplinary education, as a message, aims to develop social, physical, intellectual, emotional, moral capacities of human being as an integral part. Now, we are trying to look at all-round development. Today, we all talk about all-round personality development kind of courses we do it. Before the campus recruitment begins, we are conducting some courses. It's not so. It was integrated into the entire system we had throughout the entire period, what they were staying at the Gurukul systems. Such an education will develop well-rounded individuals that possess the critical 21st century capabilities. One of the areas where we look at is, today is happening is, are we able to train our students? One of the things which happened is, people have become more of examination orientation, but not education orientation. People are just running for marks, just 10 days before, just read the exam and write the exam and so on. That's where, as recruiter, I keep talking about it. The students are graduated but not educated. The reason I sit on several recruitment boards, three major problems we are facing it. The first and foremost is they lack communication skills. I don't know why. Unlike my generation, the present generation is KG to PG English medium, they lack communication skills, both oral and written communication. That's number one problem. Number two is they don't even answer basics of their own subjects, what they studied. And third, the kind of project works they're doing. These are the three areas where we look at it. And that's where is a problem to us. And to attain this, flexible and innovative curriculum of all higher education institutions shall include credit-based courses, we talked about it, add-on courses, credit-based courses, extra, a lot of things we're talking about it. Projects of community engagement, how much they're involved in the community. We all talk about CSR, corporate social responsibility. Are we able to inculcate? I'm sure in the childhood days, we had a subject called SUP, socially useful projects. Talk about it. How much of community we're able to talk about it. So to attain this flexible and innovative curricula, all higher education includes credit-based systems. Projects of community engagement was required. Environmental education and value-based education is very important. The another area where we need to look at is the kind of environment in which we are living in. It's becoming more and more concrete jungles. Land pollution, air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution. There is today very interesting course on environmental management. These are the things which it looks at it. And holistic education is the need of the hour. Are we able to bring in all these subjects together and present the holistic education we're talking about? We're all talking about individually each subject separately. Maybe I teach one subject, the other colleagues teach another subject. How we are able to connect all these subjects together is the area where we look at it. Yeah. The education system is the system of Atma Jnana. You need to have your own, know thyself first and foremost, an ancient Gurukul system. First, we should know what the kind of capabilities we have it. We all talk about in the management education, SWOT analysis. Are the students able to realize when they come out of college what kind of system they are, what kind of person they are? We need to move from information to knowledge to vision. We're all today flooded with information, so much is happening it. But is that information today we are flooded with so much information, so many TV channels talks about it. Now, are we able to get the knowledge required and can we convert that knowledge to wisdom? Think about, for example, what's the difference in information, knowledge, and wisdom? Information is just virtual power. It's no use, we're flooded with information. Knowledge has potential power. If you have the knowledge, you have the potential to grow or talking about it. And the wisdom is the real power. is what we are looking at it. How much is the real power is it? Are we looking at the wisdom is an area where we need to look at it. We need to move from information to knowledge to wisdom is what we need to think about. How best we're able to analyze situations. Critical thinking is required. Thinking skills another area where you talk about it. Are we looking at it? Wisdom is the important part of human life. How much wisdom we have it. How much they're able to analyze, understand the trends in the market. Are the students able to talk about it? The complete holistic is required. You need to bring in a number of disciplines together to make it a total person is what all-rounded personality, well-developed personality. We use these words. 4 important elements for the holistic education.
Sir, can I stop 1 second, sir? But there is a messaging which is coming. So your screen is not visible and your camera is not visible. Is there some way you can check that?
Yeah, problem is from my side, camera is on. I don't know what
is there any cover on the camera, sir?
No,
age laptop. No. Okay, fine. Okay. Done. Because there is a series of questions on this.
Yeah, I know.
I request the participants to bear with this inconvenience.
No, from my side, camera is on. I don't know what's happening it.
Okay, no, fine, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yoga means your inner strength. Are we able to get inner strength, confidence, determination to be given it? Now, I'm a strong believer in the youth of this country. Each one of them are capable of reaching greater heights in their life. And this inner strength are we able to take out and bring them sharpen their skills is an area where we need to look at it. That's where the total development can happen. The next is ekagrata. How much of concentration is happening? How much of focus? And the most important is we're all talking about attendance, we talk about it. Are we just talking about attention or concentration? Concentration is much more important than attention. Somehow nobody talks about concentration, only we're talking about attendance, all that we're talking about it. Yeah. Are we able to bring in that concentration? It's just not attention. What we want is not just physical presence of the students in the classrooms. We need their mental presence. Is an area where we talk about it. Make the classrooms a bidirectional flow of communication. Make it interactive sessions. Involve the students in the learning process to mold them as all-round development. So you need to talk about yoga, ekagrata, and so give thought on each and every subject. How often we are visiting library. One of the areas where I talk about it, I used to go for inspections to colleges. One of the places I'd always love to see is library. Most often my complaint to the college is, sorry, you don't have enough books and journals and so on. But the question comes up is, how many of us regularly visit libraries? It's a big question mark. And now, are we able to, we are adding thousands of books every year to the library and the journals and magazines, periodicals. Depending on the periodicity, we are subscribing to all that. What is the effective utilization of this money which is spent on libraries? Are we able to get it? How much of learning is happening it? As a faculty, if I need to go to library and bring in that and talk about the students, so-and-so article has appeared in so-and-so journal, and I'm directing the students to go to the library, read that article, full article. But somehow reading habits have gone down. I've been last almost 9 years, I've been going around the colleges conducting a series of programs even among the universities. When I interact with the students, mostly students say they're not even reading for 1 hour on an average. Except during exams. But during exams, they're studying day and night. Look at it, then how do you expect the all-round development to happen? As faculty, first, I must be talking about it. Please remember one thing. A teacher is a lifelong student. You name any subject, a number of developments are happening. Name any subject. We need to constantly update our knowledge. Update our knowledge and upgrade our skills is what we need to talk about it. Are we able to bring in that? Adhyana to upadhyana. First and foremost, I must read a lot as a faculty, and then I can teach my students. Adhyana to upadhyana, shodhana to parishodhana. Search for more and more knowledge what is required. And then we can talk about research. Are we talking about research or research? So think about it. Adhyana to upadhyana, shodhana to parishodhana. The third comes is acharana to put pracharana. Put to practice, put to experiment things. Conduct a survey, conduct literature, this thing. All that you need to read and convert the paper and publish it is what you need to about it. How much of updation is happening it? And pravachan, how you deliver your lecture. You need to think about teaching methodology. What kind of teaching methodologies are using it? Mostly still people continue to use the blackboard teaching. There's so many teaching methodologies available. Are we able to look at it? Lecture method, demonstration method, group discussion method, panel discussion method, and so on. Many more methods are there. Or we will talk about it. Bring in some team assignments, divide them to different teams and work them onto it. Are we able to bring in different things? Otherwise, morning to evening student is looking at the blackboard and his future is becoming black. He's getting vision. Are we able to bring in variations in teaching methodology? Very, very important. How much of we are able to relate our subject to real life, industry environment? How well we are connecting these subjects to various fields in it. Now, one of the areas, lack of accessibility of higher education institutions is identified as one of the reasons for low college university level enrollment. Now, we talk about gross enrollment ratio, GER, gross enrollment ratio. That has changed. Now, people talk about gross employability ratio. Are the student employable? Unemployment is not a problem. Unemployability is a problem. Unemployment is not a problem. Industry is starving for want of quality human resources. Industry is willing to pay higher and higher pay packets. All that is available. It is an area where they are really finding it difficult to get the people. Are we able to look at it? Now, gross enrollment ratio is a problem. Yes. India's current gross enrollment ratio is about 27%, lower than the developed countries, what you talk about it. In fact, I say gross enrollment ratio to move to gross employability ratio. That is currently. Tomorrow's need is gross entrepreneur ratio. How many entrepreneurs? Last 9 years, I've been going around to so many colleges. At least 400 colleges I visited. When I go to college, they give me college brochure. I flip through the brochure. Most of them claim they have 80% placement, 90%, 95%. A few claim even 100% placements. I met to come across a brochure which says 20% of students visited campus recruitment. They have gone on to set up their own enterprise. We have institutions, innovation council, entrepreneur development cell, so many things we talk about it. What is that outcome still to seize? Are we focusing on how long we'll be producing employment seekers? We need to talk about employment creators, employment generation. That's possible when you bring in this holistic, multidisciplinary education you have to bring in. Then we can talk about entrepreneurship. Just learning one subject is not going to happen. You need to have a comprehensive understanding of all the subjects is very, very required. Is an area where you will talk about it. Are we looking at it? So it is the India's higher education system is ripe with high segmentation and specialization. There are too many specializations coming up, is what we're looking at it. It prevents students having a comprehensive understanding of different subjects, different concepts. Are we looking at it? They need to have comprehensive understand subjects. Each one of us teach one subject, but ultimately students have to integrate all this based on which you need to, in the final year, you have to do the project work combining all these subjects. Are we looking at it? It just takes one area and do some project and that's over. And unless the faculty is properly guiding them, directing them, and see that the kind of project what they're involved is really talks about the complete knowledge, what they learned in the course, they're really using it. And the student can become a truly professional, can happen. Otherwise, they just do something and submit it, that's over. So the career management and advancement of faculty and other institutions involved in higher education was mostly arbitrary and based on seniority rather than merit. Another area where I'd like to talk about is we talk about qualifications, post-graduation, doctoral degree, and so on. That's one aspect of it. I'm not against that. For me, more important is competency and commitment of the faculty is much more important. Are we able to look at it? We need to look at two dimensions. Yes, one is qualifications, there's no doubt about it. When you look at it, the qualifications, doctoral, the kind of papers, what they're publishing and so on. The second most important for me is competence and commitment of the faculty is very, very important. People are getting degree. How many of us regularly go and observe what is happening in the classrooms? Just talk to the students privately, they'll tell you how the faculty is teaching it. So please think of it. I'm not here just to blame students or not blame faculty. I'm presenting the total picture because this session is on holistic thing. This led to the de-incentivization of research and innovation pursuit. We need to think about what kind of quality research is happening. And are we able to look at it? Are we incentivizing it? Otherwise, people publish in all kinds of journals and come up with these incentives. Finally, colleges are undertaking very little research. Now, the kind of research, leave alone the top B schools. Yes, they're all doing great work, no issues at all. But look at other monumental colleges, affiliate colleges, and so on. Majority of them, the quality, first research is not there, even as research is not there. What is the quality of research is happening yet? It's an area. Now, we talk about tract, a faculty is tract, teaching, research, administration, consultancy, and training. Unless a faculty is involved in research or even a market research, then he can bring in the practical case studies to classrooms. In mechanical engineering, we say shop floor to the class floor, and then class floor to the shop floor can happen. Are we able to bring in practical insights into the classrooms? Just teaching bookish noise. So colleges are undertaking very little research, or almost zero, I can talk about it. And that's an area where you can talk about it. Are we able to bring in the real life case studies to the classroom, real life examples, industry-oriented examples to classrooms? Or we're just looking at what's happening in the books. There is much less scope for conducting any research or any novel futuristic concepts because some of these colleges doesn't have the kind of facilities what we're looking for. Is very new. Now, one of the areas where you need to think about is, are we able to make students to think? Thinking skills are very, very important, or we'll talk about it. One of the question I have is, those who have access to chat box, you can type your answers. Last semester, did you finish the syllabus? I'm sure most of your faculty here, last semester, did you finish the syllabus? Just those who have access to chat box, can you type in your message, please? Last semester, did you finish the syllabus? Semester, trimester system, whatever your institution is following it. Yeah, there's one participant has responded. Sorry, we are just finishing syllabus. We are not completing syllabus. There's a difference between finish and complete. Finish is with reference to time. Complete is the reference to quality. Because there's a time limit of number of sessions, what we get in a semester, a trimester. Within that, we need to complete syllabus. We just go through the syllabus and say, oh, we are just finishing syllabus. Completion calls for a lot more effort by both faculty and students is required. Are we focused on quality issues? Completion is with reference to quality, finish is with reference to time, is what's happening. So we are just finishing syllabus, we're not really talking about completion. One of the critical reasons for the little research being carried out by the bifurcation of higher education to two types of institutions. One is teaching and the other is research institutions. For example, in fact, I divide the entire education sector into three segments. One is the lowest level, the school education, which mainly meant for giving the literacy to all the people, at least people who should be able to read, write, and do some kind of calculations and so on. To that extent, yes. The second level is more career focus. The degree colleges, professional colleges, all this is meant for career because they need to have the job at the end of the graduation, post-graduation. The third is research institutions. That's very little. Some of the leading institutions of the country, like IITs, IIMs, XLRA, and so on, I'm just talking its name. So these are the institutions that are really contributing to research. Whatever the other is an area where you think about it. As a management faculty, I need to have practical insights to present the topic into the classrooms. How much of practical insights the faculty are looking at it? That's an area very important. There's also little research funding related to the other nations. Now, one of the areas where, yes, complaint is, sir, we don't have enough funds. Yeah, that's one side of the coin. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, institutions, especially the private institutions, they're not really giving enough funds for them to carry out this. Some kind of incentives they're providing, yes, no doubt. But they need to have some kind of equipment and some kind of books and other material which is required. Travel grant which is required. That's becoming a problem. That's one for us. Look at the other side of the coin. The funding agencies like ASTE, ASCTE, UGC, DST, and so many other agencies, there are funds. We are not getting enough quality proposals. once I was member on the committee of clearing the projects, and we didn't have enough quality projects to release the funds. And there's funds available, we are not getting quality projects. So think about it. Especially the younger faculty, when they are sending the projects, I would strongly suggest, please sit with one of the senior faculty. Maybe joint projects you can submit initially to proposals you can submit it. And once you gain experience of executing one or two projects, then you can start writing project proposals on your own. Otherwise, the kind of projects what we get is we are not able to fund it. That's another problem. So both sides you can. One side, yes, you complain we don't have enough funds. The other side, funding agencies say we are not getting enough quality projects. Both are true, I'm telling you. Are we looking at it? The another area is I would like to talk about is our students who come here. We all talk about holistic education and so on, multidisciplinary and so on. Now, how seriously students are coming to the colleges or institutions? It's a big question mark. Some of these MBA colleges, let me tell you, attendance is very, very poor. And colleges, they just keep quiet because they just want degree. This is happening it. Now, I have a question. Go back to your own student days. You went to the school for 10 years, because I'm not counting the primary, pre-primary and all, I'm not counting it. So you spent 10 years of life in the school, yes or no? My dear participants. You spent 10 years of life in the school, yes or no? Good, 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 I'm happy. Same way today, our students are spending 2 years in the MBA or PhDM, whatever you call it. This is where the problem is again. Those 2 years of MBA or PhDM should we call spending or investment? Think about it. They're here to invest their time. They're not here to spend their time. They want to spend it, let them go to dhabas, resorts, amusement parks. This is a place of investment. How carefully they invest their time of these 2 years in the PhDM or MBA. Every minute, every second is valuable. Time, use it or lose it. Parents are putting their hard-earned money for their children's education. But what is that these guys are paying? I've been going around, I talk to the students, and most often, when I talk to some of the students, I ask them, why did you join this particular course? And they say, sir, I have no interest in this. My parents forced me, that's why I'm here. Then I ask them, what is your interest? I was talking to one of the BTech student, BTech computer science student. College started about 2 months over already. Then they called me, that college called me to address the students. And I asked the students, and one of the students bold enough to stand up and say, sir, I don't like this engineering at all, first of all. And on top of it, put me in computer science. Then I asked the student, then what is your interest? My interest is fashion technology. Good. I said, it's a very beautiful field, very promising field, you have bright future. Now I asked, since the college started almost 2 months now, tell me honestly, how many hours per day you are studying at home? That girl was honest to say, sir, not even half an hour. Now, let's think about now, as faculty, we all go to the college with 10 to 30 years experience with which you go and teach the classes. Now, how can they say they're just studying half an hour? For each of the theory class, they had a minimum 1 hour of reading is required at home. Are they talking about it? I have a suggestion. Can you, at the end of the class, can you give them just 2 questions, which will have only 1 word or 1 line answers? If you ask them to write 10 lines, these fellows, they don't write percentages. So just give them 2 questions will have 1 word or 1 line answers. I'm sure at least 90% of students will start attempting. Do you know what will happen? Assuming 2 words per period. I'm assuming there are 6 periods in a day. 6 into 2, 12 words per day is listening for learning of his management subjects. And in a week, we have 6 working days. 12 into 6, 72 key words of management is learning it. And in a month, we have 4 weeks, 72 into 4, 288 words they're learning from the management discipline. At semester, if semester system, it's 4 months, we have it. So it comes to 1152 keywords of management, they're learning it. Now, 1152 into 4 trimesters, look at it, how much they're learning it. If they can learn if 2 is maybe small, let's say if they can learn 4 keywords per period. And that at the PG level, they should minimum learn 4 keywords per period. And at the end of the 2-year management program, they learn 9,216 words of management discipline. And they can confidently answer these things. Are we making them to learn just 4 words per period? Since it's a PG program, you need to have 4 words. This is what simple learning. And the other session, I always talk about it. When the students go back home, based on their class notes, based on the textbook, what they're referring to, can they prepare 1-page synapse? I'm not asking 10 pages. Because that becomes a good reference point. Today, majority of the students have access to laptops or desktops, whatever it is. They can type it. And this thing. And that becomes a good reference because human memory is short-lived. They forget things. And hence, make them to write just 1-page synapse. We are not asking 100 pages. They don't write it. Holistic education. It consists of core academics, emotional development, critical thinking skills, and conflict resolution skills, character formation, healthy and social skills, manners, hands-on lessons, and so on. Look at how much we need to integrate, not just teaching. You need to bring in a whole lot of subjects together, a whole lot of complexity, a whole lot of skills you need to bring together. Is the need a way to talk about it. I have one more question to talk about it. What is the difference between creative thinking and critical thinking? Today, the thinking skills are very, very important. Creativity and innovation is the need of the hour. Let me first, what is the difference in creativity and innovation? Okay. Creativity is thinking, innovation is doing. Creativity is thinking, innovation is doing is what is happening. And coming to creative thinking and critical thinking is, creative thinking is divergence and critical thinking is convergence. I always believe answer to be short, sweet, and crisp. That's how I present it. And the another thing which I would say is, make the students to question everything. Develop the habit of questioning everything. The more the questions they raise, they'll get the answers, not ready tomorrow. Make the classroom more interactive in nature to really build it, is what's happening. It is said in Sanskrit, Prashnena, Pratiprashnena, Abhaprashnena, Abhiprashnen, not only questioning, counter questioning also doing. And don't be afraid, let them stand up and ask questions. All questions should be asked. I am known for questioning in my institution where I work. And I used to ask questions to my students, my colleagues, even to my boss. And some of the students used to come and say, what is the question for the day? And some of the students used to run away. Question puchega. If they run away, then how will they lead their life? Develop the habit of questioning. They encourage students to question everything. The moment they start questioning it, they'll start finding the answers can happen. No questions, no answers. Are we talking about it? So develop the curiosity among the people. And character formation is very, very important. Is only a way to talk about it. And socializing skills. We talk about negotiation skills, interpersonal skills. So many we talk about it. Unless you give team assignments, and as a faculty, we need to monitor everything. I do that when I, at least once in a semester, twice in a semester, I used to give them some small assignment and divide them to teams of 4 members size and take them, because classroom is tight always. So I used to take them to ground and make them sit in different places. And I was on the ground, just going around and seeing what these people discussion is happening. When the discussions are seriously discussing, I used to pick up one student from a team and I said, go and get up and go to, and join the other team. This fellow said, sir, how can you take away one member from our team? I said, this is what happens in industry. Suddenly a person resigns, still you need to know how to manage things. Sometimes I used to bring another person from another team and give it to them. Okay, I'm giving a replacement, substitute, I'm giving it. All that can be simulated. Think about it. There are various ways and means one can try out. For example, you're talking about marketing management. Now, when you want to talk about your advertising your products, when you go to the villages, there's a power cut problem, language is a problem, so many issues will come. Then how do I market my product? One of the ideas I gave to my students is, those weekly shandies, let them go and put up a rangoli through which they should promote their products. And my students have done 3-4 occasions, they tried, and yes, they could attract the attention of those villagers and see this product, talk about it. So you need to come with some new ideas, innovative ideas. are we talking about it? Bring in these kind of things, you need to look at it. Focusing on having students not only to learn, just not learning it. Implementation is very, very important. Can they handle a project? Can they design something? Can they develop something? Can they test something? This is an area we need to talk about it. I have one more question. Sorry, I'm putting too many questions. Okay. What is the difference in test and examination? We conduct so many tests, so many exams is happening it. And students always say there are too many exams here, too many tests are here in this institution, and that's a complaint they have it. What is the difference between test and examination? I want at least one member to respond. At least one, please. Otherwise, we'll run out of time. Okay, let me give you things. One member, please try. Yeah, please try. If you're not responding, then I'll not be able to give the answer because it has to be bidirectional flow is required. Test is calibration of exam. At least I'm glad one of you responded. Let me tell you, the answer is simple. Test is only one component, one chapter or one unit. Examination is a comprehensive understanding subject as a whole. You need to look at it. Like medical science, we say blood test and urine test. When it comes to body, they say examining the body. Because all these parts internally in the human body, they're all interconnected to each other. You can't treat one because it will have side effects of other organ of the body. The same here. Examination is supposed to go for and this comprehensive understanding subject, are we testing it? Most university exams, what is happening is from unit 1 question, unit 2 another question, unit 3 another question, and this was studies some 2-3 units and that's over. In fact, recently, one of the university asked me to do a program on art of question paper test. Art of question paper designing, they wanted me to do that program. Mostly what is happening, students are looking at last 3 years question papers based on their prepared their exam, that's over. To set a question paper is an art. How much of really, I had an opportunity to study at the Kosa Institute, Indian Agricultural Research Institute, Delhi, and let me tell you, every question paper is totally different. No way you can match. Even if you study last 10 years question papers, I don't think you can really pass it. The idea is to go depth in the subjects. You need to look at it. So test is only one component, one chapter, one unit, one concept of testing. Examination is comprehensive understanding subject of the whole will. Are we focusing? That's where the holistic education will come out. Otherwise, we're doing bits and pieces happening. So focusing on having students not learn, but more importantly, learn how to learn. Since it's all the postgraduate level, MBA and PGDM, after that, nobody is there to teach. They have to learn on their own. They need to learn the art of learning. They have to focus on the postgraduate level. Are they looking at it? So move from what to think to how to think. Thinking skills are very, very important. Move from what to think, but how to think is very, very important. It talks about pivoting education towards learning about how to think critically and solve problems. One of the important issues, problem solving ability, is very, very important. Any given problem, they should be able to find solutions, is what's happening here. So how to think critically, go in depth into it. Most often, they are failure in understanding the problem itself. Do they really understand the client requirements? All over the world, I can talk about as software professional. All over the world, if you study the projects failed, 90% of the projects failed because they are not understood the client requirements. Are we able to understand it? Unless you go for depth into it, you need to think critically, and then we can think about solving the problems. Otherwise, to read any book or any problem, any solution, anything you talk about it, you need to have 4 sights. You need to have a sight, you need to have insight, you need to have hindsight, you need to have foresight. Sight is required to read the book, insight to read in between a lot of hidden meanings. Are we able to bring out that? Hindsight, recall your past knowledge and experience what we have. You need to have foresight. Are we preparing our students for tomorrow? Not for yesterday. You name any textbook, it's already 1 to 3 years old. We all keep talking about syllabus is outdated, textbook is outdated, and so on. My dear friends, syllabus or textbook is only a broad framework. Teacher is a crucial link, faculty is a crucial link between the past, present, and future. We need to link that from past, present to future. We need to train our students for tomorrow, not for yesterday. The entire world is changing. The only thing constant life is change. Environment is changing, technology is changing, people are changing. We need to change our content. Are we able to bring in that latest development in the classrooms so our students are ready for tomorrow's challenges? Are we looking at it? And how to be creative and multidisciplinary. Creativity is the need of the hour. And the another important is develop the curiosity among the children. Curiosity known to the best teacher in the world. Develop that curiosity in the minds of the people. Are we talking about it? So how to be creative and multidisciplinary is an area where we need to focus it. Are we able to bring in, talk about it? And how to innovate and adapt it. The need of the hour is innovation. Innovate or evaporate. I'm not an invention. Invention is difficult, but innovation is possible. Are we talking? I'll give a small example. One of the girl in a remote area, and she found they're agriculture-based family, and in the villages, power cut is very, very common. What they have done is this child, she connected cycle to the pump set. When she is doing cycling, and the pump set start running, and they're able to irrigate the fields is happening. Look at a small idea. It can change the life. Otherwise, we are just saying that there's no power, what do I do? But people have come out with ideas. Are we able to look at it? So think about it. And how to be innovative and adapt is very, very important. Absorb new material in the novel and changing fields. We need to look at what the new changes are happening in. New areas, we need to look at it, venture into it and talk about it. Today, we all talk about business analytics, business intelligence, data science, and so on. 2010, I talked at my institution, I called my colleagues, I said, this is an area where you should work now. And I gave them some ideas, some hints, and some material, and then now they are working on those areas. I'm talking about it. So that's, you need to bring in the latest developments you need to bring. Absorb new material in the novel and changing fields and talk about it. It aims to facilitate pedagogy that makes education more experiential. Learning is very, very important. And holistic is required. Integrated, bring in integrating various disciplines. Inquiry driven is very, very important. Discovery, so much material is already available. Or we will talk about it. Discovery oriented. And learner centered. Make the classrooms learner centered. And make it discussion based. Have discussions on various topics, current developments, current policies of the government, and so on. We'll talk about it. And be flexible. Thus, instigating a sense of problem solving can happen. This will help them to develop the problem solving abilities. An attitude of innovation in the students instead of indulging in herd mentality. Innovation is the need of the hour. Make your students do that. Multidisciplinary holistic learning is an innovative medium through which students can learn things. Let them explore things, experiment things, exploit, and they can move towards excellence can happen. Science, technologies, mathematics, with liberal arts, humanities, language, social science, professional skills, vocational skills, all these kind of things you need to integrate into it. Then we talk about holistic development is what we talk about it. Are we looking at it? It aims to overall development, which means now students can have knowledge of mastery across different fields to access to it. You need to have built the mastery so they can look at how all these subjects are interconnected to each other, or how these domains. Let's say we talk about management sciences, but health management. That means I need to integrate medical professional management discipline, or agri management. We talk about agriculture field with management discipline. You need to bring in all that together is to be looked at it. Are we talking about it? Infrastructure, trained faculty, and other facilities at the higher education institutions, and newly introduced MERUs, multidisciplinary education and research universities, to talk about it. Now, one of the areas where I talk about is some of this, I'm not talking about leading B schools. These local MBA colleges, they just recruit a fresh MBA and ask them to go and teach the class. They don't know what the teaching learning process. They don't understand it. Are we putting faculty before they are put into the classrooms? Are we giving some kind of induction programs? All these UGC HRD centers, now they call Malvia Mission Teacher Training Centers. 21-day program they conducted. Are we putting them through that? Just they walk into the classrooms without knowing what it is. And hence, institutions has to conduct before the academic year begins, especially new faculty who are recruited, can we give them kind of orientation to what the entire scenario is, what the entire classroom is, what the kind of teaching happened, what the kind of learning happened, what kind of systems we practice, how to set the question paper, and so many other things which need to be done. And think about it. Then they are allowed to enter into the classrooms. This is one area we didn't talk about it. Finally, as part of holistic education, students of all higher education will be provided with opportunities for internships. Now, another area we didn't talk about it. How best we have the connectivity with the industry. Alumni database. How many of us regularly maintain our alumni database? Today, technology supports it. And alumni is known for friend raising and fundraising. If you can have an excellent alumni network, it's very easy to get the internships being done in industry in a real environment, not in a classroom, not from the books is what's happening it. Or we will talk about it. Alumni databases to maintain alumni. Today, it's very easy to get the database and update it. It becomes very easy. Or we will talk about it. So, holistic education, all higher education institutions will be provided opportunities to internships with local industry, business, artists, crafts persons, etc. You can look at local industries also. You can look at it. Or we're talking about it. As well as research internships with faculty and researchers at their own or other higher education institutions. Maybe some of them are interested after their post-graduation, they want to go for research. Maybe in that case, that can be different as well as research internships can be targeted with faculty and research at their own institutions, or they're going to go to other higher education institutions and talk about research. Because few people are interested in continuing further to their doctoral research, is what they're doing. Well, majority will go to jobs, is no doubt, but some of them are interested. So why not we provide the platform? An old adage might serve as an inspiration to all these startups. It says, rise, rise again, again, lamps becomes lamps. We need to focus more on entrepreneurship. That's the need of the one. Startups, innovation. Think about it. There's a lot of activity has to be done. And all these young boys and girls, I have a very good opinion about them. They're all capable of reaching great heights. Are we able to provide the platforms for them? Are we able to provide some kind of entrepreneurship, some kind of innovation, some kind of designing something? Are we providing platforms? One small question before I close the session. Say, for example, to set up an institution, depending on what kind of, let's say, engineering college. Today, to set up an engineering college, it costs about 200 crores investment. Because today, land itself is very expensive, buildings and other materials required. What is the utilization of this premises? 10 to 4, 6 hours. Why? Why can't we extend? Imagine an industrialist who invests 200 crores, he will run for 24 hours. I'm not saying you run for 24 hours. Is there a possibility of can you extend the timings? Let me tell you, one of the institution in Kadapa district, Andhra Pradesh, they called me to study and suggest improvements for this institution. They asked me, can you come for a day? I said, no, I'll come for 3 days because it requires time to study that. So I was there for 3 days, seeing various facilities, what's available, what kind of infrastructure they have, what kind of faculty they have, what kind of students they have it, and all that I studied. And I found 80% students are residing within 5 kilometers radius. The same is true with faculty, 80%. Then I said, then why don't we extend the timings? Number one. The second thing they said is, sir, as per the institute norms, we have to run in this institution only 6 hours. I said, where is it written? It is only says minimum 6 hours run, maximum over it's written. The third session, yeah, faculty means it's overloaded. I said, instead of calling all faculty at 10 o'clock, why don't you ask at least few faculty to come at 12 noon? And they can stay for 2 hours, 6 o'clock. And at least 2 hours additional, they're getting it to do some experimentation. Maybe they want to go to library, they want to do something, or they want to interact with faculty. And that college is an advantage. 40% of students are staying on the campus hostels. There are a dozen faculty staying on the campus. They provided faculty quarters. Then why not we extend the times? This is an area where you think about it. That's the kind of things which you need to bring in and really happen holistic. There's nothing wrong with the children. There's nothing wrong with the students. I'm a believer in that. The problem is parents and teachers. Our generation, my generation, had the greatest advantage of large family, joint family, and so many things we had advantage. There's so many people who there to take care of it. But today, joint families disappeared. No more large families, only 1 or 2 children. Because of financial reasons, the lady also started going to the work. Nobody is there for the children to take care of them. They become orphans. Parents are not able to give quality time to the children. These are reality. Number one. Number two, on the other side, look at the kind of faculty what we are getting it. These two are combined with it. Otherwise, there's nothing wrong with children. So students are capable of reaching great heights. Are we able to inspire the students, ignite their minds, involve them in career building? If there's a great teacher, inspiring teacher, even today's students will dance to it. Take it from. Where those great teachers? Go back to our own student days. If you ask me, I had 2 great teachers in my life. One is the one who taught me the school final, the other one who taught me the PG level. Whatever little I achieved is only because of that 2 people. They really inspired me. They made me to go depth into subjects. And most of the time I was spending on those subjects, not other subjects. And look at it. Now that kind of teacher there, even today's students are willing to work. At least 90%. Yeah, 10% always a problem. Let's not worry about it. Let me close the session with a quote of Swami Vivekananda. Arise, awake, stop not until the goal is reached. We need to make our students to arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. You need to have goal clarity and role clarity. Is very, very important. And that's an area where we have to bring in, to talk about holistic and multidisciplinary education is bring in the holistic. Marketing professor talks only marketing, finance professor talks about finance, HR. No, we need to bring in all that together. Are we able to talk about multidisciplinary education? Connect all these subjects have interconnections. In marketing cannot say, I don't want to talk about finance. No, sorry. HR cannot say finance. All these are interconnected. Are we able to bring in that kind of picture to the students, and students will perform it? With these few words, I hand over the session to the organizers. Over to you, sir, now. Yeah, parental role. One question I can see here in the chat box. Parental role in PG. Sir, at least can you check what is that they are doing it? Otherwise, today, most often people are just misuse and abuse of technology is happening with the laptops and smartphones parents are buying, not really being used properly. Their misuse and abuse is happening. Number one. Number two, as a parents, do we check whether my child is going to the college or not? Let me tell you one case I'll present it. There's so many things I can do because 4 decades experience. I used to go around the campus and try to see what's happening. In one of the classes, I found a student has not been coming to the class for more than a week. I called her friends. I said, why this girl is not coming? And they said, sir, we don't know. I said, what kind of friends you are? Then I called for the records to find out the parents' information. Yes, I found parents, both the numbers are available in the records. And both are bankers, senior officers in the bank, both father and mother. And after 2 days, after 12 days or so, the girl came to the campus. And when she came, I caught her. I said, why you're not coming in? Why no information on that? You should inform me. And the girl said, sir, I have health issues. That's why I've not been coming. I said, there's a phone, you could have informed us. And they said, what is the problem? And she said, sir, it's a lady's problem, I can't discuss. Fine, fair enough, I respect it. Please go and talk to my lady colleague and tell her what's the problem. I was keeping an eye, this girl didn't meet my lady colleague, she left again. I called the parents. I said, I'm so and so. Your daughter has not been coming to the college for 40 days. Parents' reaction immediately, no, sir. She is regularly going to the college. Morning 8:30 she's leaving and evening 5:30 she comes. You think she's going to college? I said, no, sir, it's not happening. The mother was in tears. I said, madam, that's not a solution. We can find a solution for this. I said, can you apply leave, both of you? Don't discuss the issue at home. Apply leave and can you come to the institute? And tomorrow morning when your daughter is leaving, tell her there's no need to take the vehicle. Today you're going that side for a meeting, you will drop her on the way. Just tell her. And they came, it since pre-planned, I was standing outside. The moment that girl was getting down from the vehicle, I said, who are they? They're my parents. I said, why don't you ask them to come to my room? Let's have a cup of coffee with them. So they came to my room and I followed them. This girl made them to sit and she was leaving my room. I said, please sit down. No, sir, class. I said, you're already 10 minutes late. Don't worry, I'll get to that. Please sit here. We spent almost 2.5 hours talking to them. All three of them together, father and daughter, mother and daughter, father and mother, all combinations tried. At the end of it, and that girl was not ready, I cornered her. I said, I know where you're going and with whom you're going. I know complete details. Should I speak or you'll speak? And finally she opened, yes, I'm in love with somebody and then I fall in love with doing there. And parents were shocked. And we done further counseling to the girl and we told the girl. And later she continued regularly to our classes. I don't know what happened. Some of that relation broke and she married to a person different now, current with parents. She's happy in US. So we need to monitor even at the PG level. I think that's answered the question. Which test is better, sir, objective or descriptive from PG level? Sir, objective is good maybe for a certain surprise quizzes you want to rate, but otherwise you need to go for comprehensive testing. And okay, thank you very much. Which is the best model of test description model? Objective answered anyway, the question is answered. Any other questions? Yeah, I'm sorry, this video is a problem. I don't know. The network issues, I don't know. From my side, camera is visible. I don't know what's happening on the other side.
Are there any questions? You can unmute, sir. Please unmute.
You're muted. Okay, now it's. Hello?
Yes.
Hello, sir?
Yes, please.
Hello, sir?
Yeah, Dr. Raja Reddy.
Sir, I can hear you, sir. You please go ahead, sir.
Yeah,
yes,
please.
Iram, sir, one question which was physically given to me. Can we strike a balance between traditional academic structures and the need for more flexible and innovative curriculum, or does it need a complete rethink? It's like a radical rethink where you are saying where it's like the traditional systems have to go. What is that like? What would
you need to bring in a gradual change. You can't just do overnight.
Okay.
Overnight, if you change it, the systems may collapse. You need to bring in gradual change. Yeah, bring in changes over a period of time. Maybe you can set the time frame, maybe 6 months, 1 year, what are the time frame, depending on the kind of environment, the kind of facilities you have, the kind of students you have it, the kind of faculty you have, you need to take a decision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you are saying, it is possible with the change, which in the current system also we can slowly bring in changes, which tomorrow would lead to a better.
Yes. Yes.
And you don't start as radical rethink.
No, radical is it's not easy. You're dealing with human beings, not with machines.
Okay, done. That other question which was asked, which is very interesting question. They kind of one of the teacher here is asking is from moving from information to knowledge to wisdom. How can educators assess and measure the development of these deeper cognitive abilities in students? Because when you're talking about wisdom, you're talking about a deeper cognitive, a deeper ability, and teachers are asking, how do I measure it? Like, what will be my way of doing it?
If you can come out with a problem, real life problem, present it, real life case study, present it. If they're able to analyze it, identify correctly, and come with a solution, they have the wisdom to go depth into it. Unless the knowledge is applied in a given situation, that can't be called as wisdom. I have the knowledge. Knowledge is potential. Wisdom is the real power. If they're able to analyze the problem, understand what the problem is, intricacies of the problem, and come with a solution which will give the efficient solution and give you the best possible results.
Yes. That's it. So one more question, like which was interesting question. We do one question which was asked maybe by a parent, like, do parents have any role in postgraduate education?
I have answered that question.
They are saying like they kind of one more question was received on that line, sir. Any other questions, sir?
Yeah. Let me tell you. Yes, parents have a role to look at it. The problem today, people are having technology, smartphones, laptops, and so on. The main problem, mostly misuse and abuse of technology is happening. unless parents keep an eye what is happening here and interact with the faculty to find out. The problem here, what happens is students doesn't want parents to come to the college to find out what is happening. You need to have via media, maybe through telephone or email, through which you need to interact with the faculty, find out what is happening and do the counseling part, because the PG means they have grown up already. We can only do counseling, should happen. Parents' role is very, very important. Parents and faculty have to join hands together in transforming these budding professionals to be true professionals.
Any other questions, or we will move on to the closing remarks? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Dear esteemed participants, as we draw curtains on this enriching knowledge sharing session, I am filled with gratitude for the collective wisdom and engagement that has characterized our time together. I would like to express my deepest thanks to our esteemed speaker, Professor L Sai Kumar, whose insights have illuminated the realms of holistic and multidisciplinary education. A special note of appreciation goes to Mr. Sudhir Sharma, President AIMS, and Dr. Narayan Reddy, Regional Vice President, South AIMS, for their continuous support and encouragement in bringing forth sessions of substance to our academic community. I also thank the board members, the AIMS Secretariat, and most importantly to each participant who contributed through questions, reflections, and active involvement. Thank you for making this session truly dynamic and participatory. Remember, knowledge is a shared journey, and today we have collectively embarked on a path that transcends disciplines and embraces holistic learning. The session might be ending, but the conversations and ideas sparked here are meant to reverberate in our thoughts and actions. Once again, thank you for your active participation. I look forward to meeting you in future sessions. May your pursuit of knowledge continue to flourish. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks to all of you. My special thanks to Dr. Narayan Reddy garu.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all. Bye.